Aston Villa Burnley.
Aston Villa, Burnley.
Can't wait, huh?
Counting the moments.
Look, Burnley, funny enough, they actually got a massive win. They were the first team to
Yeah.
beat Liverpool in 4 years, I think, guys. That's at Anfield, by the way. First team to beat Liverpool in the Premier League at Anfield in the last 4 years. So for Burnley to put out that result will give them confidence. They move away from the drop zone. But on the other hand, Aston Villa are just playing some really, really good football at this current moment. They've just found their way to play there. And I just really think, in my prediction, I would say Aston Villa to win this one 2-0.
Okay, I'm liking a 1-1 draw.
Yeah,
I said it every week. Burnley are not an easy team to beat. They always manage to get that one goal, and they don't concede that many. 22 goals over the last 19 rounds. So I think 1-1. Aston Villa tend to drop it against sides that you think they're gonna kind of beat when they're on a run of form. So
I don't think in the last 5 games Aston Villa have played Chelsea, Man United, Man City. I think they'd be licking their chops to get a game against someone like Burnley. And for me, I just like them to. They've looked pretty decent all year. Again, a win and the right. They've played 17. If they win their 2 games, that takes them to 35. That puts them at 4th in the Premier League, and lofty ambitions of a Champions League place. I just think that Aston Villa have too much quality. Burnley played a very poor. Out of form Liverpool side. So I like Aston Villa to win this 2-0.
Awesome.
Awesome. Hot dog awesome or spaceship awesome?
Let's go with Spaceship Awesome.
Okay. Brighton versus Fulham. The one everybody's been licking their chops over.
No, actually, funny enough, Kevin, actually South Africans are now always licking their chops at Brighton games, obviously because of Percy Tau, who is part of that team, and he's featured quite a bit ever since he's now been able to play for Brighton, and I think it's going to be a very good game. I think two teams that know how to play. I think if you look at Brighton's last Premier League game, they were able to win that game. And if I'm
Against my lead side. Yeah.
Oh yeah, against the lead side, which
Yeah.
Percy Tau played in, by the way, came on as a substitution. But now they're playing a Fulham side that is also hard to beat, despite them losing their last 2 games. They did give Chelsea and United a run for their money a little bit, and I will say this game will end in a 1-1 draw.
I like it 2-0 to Brighton. I've just kind of have liked them the whole season. Every now and again they do score some special goals, put out some decent results. The better side than Fulham, even though they're lying. Just Fulham's one behind them on the log, but I think it'll be a comfortable win at home for them. 2-0.
A game I don't really care for, but if I had to bet, I'd take Brighton to win 1-0. Nothing to expand on there. I don't like either teams. Everton Lester.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because Leicester have been in brilliant form, but Jamie Vardy's now missing this after I think undergoing a minor surgery for a hernia. I think he's been struggling with sort of. So Leicester without Jamie Vardy, we've said it the whole season, they really are a different side. They're not necessarily a bad side, but he really does kind of carry the goal scoring capacity for that team. I think it'll be a really good match. I think Everton are going to come out on top. I reckon it's going to be a 2-1 to Everton.
Wow. It's funny. I look at this game, and if there's any game this match week that screams of definitely both teams scoring, it's this one.
Yeah.
And I just went to Betway and I just saw that the both teams scored 1.73, which I don't think is actually bad at all. I think when I watched Leicester play against Brentford in the FA Cup, they were actually not too bad without Jamie Vardy, of course. Against Everton very hard side. They also progressed within the FA Cup. So both of them going into this game on good form. I will rather stay on the fence and say 1-1 in this game.
Is Richarlison playing?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, as goes him, so does Everton, and I fancy Everton to do the double over Leicester. I think they beat them about 5 games ago, 2-0 in Leicester. So I expect a similar result here, a 2-0 win for Everton. What's up next?
We got Man United Sheffield next.
Oh God. Man United Sheffield. Shakes, I'll let you take that away. I know you're a big Sheffield United fan.
Honestly, guys, I'm actually really going to keep this brief. Won't even waste anyone's time. Manchester United straight 3-0.
I also think Man United straight, but not as high scoring as as it might suggest. They've scored, I think, 12 goals at home this season, but 6 of those came against Leeds, I think it was, of those 12 goals. So and we saw Sheffield led them 2-0 in the last fixture. They came back and they pulled it back to win 3-2. So I think Man United 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 for Man United for me as well. Great game, a great fixture for them to stay on top.
Yeah.
And anybody below that stumbles, because the next game. Let's get on to the next game. Tottenham versus Liverpool. That to me is the tie of the week.
I like Tottenham.
Yeah, go Oliver.
No, I like Tottenham for a 2-1 win. I think, yeah. Well, why are you shaking your head?
No, I'm shaking my head because I actually think you could be correct. Like what's funny? I look at this fixture and I say I don't want to doubt Liverpool because of the quality that they have, but from the past couple of games I've just seen Liverpool play. Against Burnley, the end product was very poor. Against United last night in the FA Cup, United, the minute Bruno Fernandes scores that third goal, you could just see that it's game over. And I also do think, despite there's a lot of pressure on Klopp and Liverpool, there's certain individuals within that team that are not stepping up. Sadio Mane, Firmino, they're just not stepping up in terms of they're not doing their contributions to the team in terms of goals, for example. Whereas you look at Salah on the other hand, he can fairly say, look, guys, I've scored this amount of goals, or
13,
whatever the case is. Yeah, he has scored these number of goals, and now they go up against the Tottenham side, and this is the type of games that Jose loves the most. Where the Tottenham are going to sit back and they could hit them on the counter. And looking at Liverpool, how fragile they are at the back as well. I'm gonna go. I can't say it. I'm gonna go 1-1 in this game.
Thing is, like, Liverpool, it's not only that that they're lacking in centre backs, but it's the fact that their whole sort of structure has been based around this like really high pressing, high pressure play. But the guys are also tired because within the squad they've guys have been playing week in and week out. Schedule's been super compressed, but they've also been trying to make up for injuries. So I don't know if the guys actually have the fitness or the legs at the moment to be playing the kind of game plan that's getting imposed every time, and that's why guys are catching them so easily on the break. Like, you look at that United game in the Premier League, every time United got a break they looked like they were going to score, because it's a combination of lack of quality centre backs and then just a lack of the fitness to be at the top of the field and get back to the bottom of the field.
Mm-hmm. You know what, Oliver, I actually thought about that in terms of are Liverpool tired, and obviously you can see the performances that maybe they are fatigued in a way, and I sat back and I thought over the weekend, I said, Liverpool can't always be getting the special treatment of they are tired, because I look at the other teams and the other teams are playing virtually just as much football as they are. They're also having match week games. They're also having FA Cup games. And I just feel like Liverpool at some point, they have to start winning games. They have to start grinding out results. If you had asked me 6 weeks ago, is there a chance that you think Liverpool could not finish top 4? I would have said, what? Why are you asking me that? But you look at now and it's halfway through the season. Is there a chance that Liverpool could finish potentially outside the top 4? It's there. And if you look at their next fixtures, because it's not just Tottenham, there's there's also, I mean, I think they're also going to be playing, I think, Manchester City at some point, and it's not really looking good. So players need to step up, I feel.
Yeah, Shakes, you've done a 360 here. Liverpool will win the league too.
Look, I've done a 360 because I can't believe that they have performed the way they have. I mean, if you, that game against Burnley, I think already past the 60th minute, you could have said, even though there's 30 minutes to go, you don't think Liverpool are winning this game.
Yeah.
You know, so I would. So I mean, and now you just said now that Tottenham to win, right? You said Tottenham to
Yeah,
2-1.
2-1.
Tottenham to win. What's the odds on Tottenham to win against Liverpool? They should be high.
3.13.
3.13 on Betway.
Not bad, not
I
bad.
got it. Not bad at all. I'm gonna sit on the fence and say 1-1.
I'm gonna, it's a tough game to call, but if Liverpool, Liverpool have been the one, like in the last last 5 games, have been in form. They'd be in relegation. I think what have they taken 2 points in the last 15 in the last 5 games? I'm gonna have to go with Tottenham to win 3-2. I think it'll be a high scoring game, but I don't see if Liverpool have drawn West Brom, they've drawn with Newcastle, they lost to Burnley, they lost to Southampton. It's not. I get that they've got carrying a lot of injuries, and their game is about playing out from the back. And the guys they've got playing out of position, you've got them. It's not an ideal situation for Klopp. It's just, I think I said a month ago that they weren't going to win the league, and that's just the way it is. It's just going to be one of those things where they're not going to win it this year, and they should be looking at next year and focusing on the Champions League for this year. So I like Tottenham to win 3-2.